Alright, so for today's review, we're going to be taking a look at the Ertl Case Steiger STX450 tractor in 1/32 scale. This is an older release from Ertl. It's part of the Precision series that Ertl did back in the early 2000s. So without further ado, let's get straight into the review. So starting off with, I decided to leave the plastic on the tracks, or on the tires right now. Not sure if I want to take it off or not, but you do have... As you can see, you got some nice details on your hubs right there. You can see you got some nice bolt head details right there. And you got a spot where the valve stem would stick through so you can inflate your tire, which is nice. And you also have it on the back as well, which is pretty cool. And then we could zoom in here. You can see you got some nice decals on the model. Now these, I believe, are decals. They're not stickers, which is nice. Helps keep the model for a longer period of time so you don't have to worry about the sticker having to peel off. You can see you got some nice counterweights, or some nice weights on the front of the tractor right here. You got a nice silver step right there, which does have some texture to it, which is nice. And you also have a step right here that's got some texture as well. This little handrail, it is plastic, so you kind of want to be careful with that. Coming to the side of the model, you can see you got some nice silver steps up to your cab as well. And you do have metal handrails over here, which is nice. Again, you want to be very careful with those, not to break them. They are thin metal, and you don't want to break them off. And then you do have another little handrail or door stopper right there as well. And then you can see you got some simulated diamond plate texture right there. You got some nice silver diamond plate texture right there. And then you got some black texture right there as well. And then you got some more of the diamond plate in red back there as well. As you can see, the cap door does open to reveal a nicely detailed interior. As you can see, you got your buddy seat, your normal seat, which is painted red, and you got a very detailed operator's compartment, and everything's very nicely detailed in there. And then also on the door here, you got a modeled handrail, so you could swing it shut. And you got part of the interior on the door as well. And then you can kind of see you got some warning decals right there, which is very nice. And the door just swings closed. And you can still see the warning decals through it, which is pretty sweet. Now, the one thing I chose not to put on this model, as you can see, I do not have the mirrors on the model. I do have them right here, though. I do have the mirrors, but I just chose not to install them on the model. The one side of the model, on this side of the model, the mirror fits fine, but on the other side it does not. So taking a look at the pivot point here, you got some more steps right here, which are metal as well, which is very nice. You got a nice little warning decal right there. And then you have a pretty detailed... I forget what this is called, but you do have a nicely detailed pivot point. Right there, you got a nice cylinder, all your hydraulics and stuff running to it, which is very nice. And you got like a step back here that's got some texture to it as well. And then you got a nice plastic handrail right here. It's kind of hard to tell if this is plastic, since the color match on the paint is very nice. And then coming to the rear of the tractor, you can see those nice tires that they put on the model. You got a nice... warning bar. You got your triangle right there. You got your lights right there as well. And then you have a super detailed 3-point hitch on your drawbars down there as well. And your 3-point hitch. My model, it's a little crooked. It doesn't bother me that much. But it does have some great functionality. As you can see, it goes up to about there. And it goes down basically all the way to the ground if you wanted it to. It's a very smooth moving mechanism as well. And you got a nicely detailed like a hydraulic block, and where you would plug all your electrical in for your implement as well. And then you do have a removable pintle hitch right here for your drawbar, which is nice. So if you do have like an implement that has a small enough tongue, you can fit into there. So that, like the DCP Summers plow that I reviewed will fit perfectly with this tractor as well. And then coming to this side of the tractor, you can see some more detail on your pivot point with all the hydraulics and stuff right there. Got a nice warning decal right there as well. You can see your fuel filler cap right there, which is nice. And then you got some more steps right here with the silver surfaces and some more metal handrails, which is nice. And now the cool part about this side of the model is these steps do open up, which is pretty nice. I'm not sure everything in here. I know this is part of your air cleaner and your battery. I'm not sure what this is, but you do have some nice details in there. Which is nice, but you want to be careful when you open it up. You don't want to pull up by the handrails because you could possibly break them off the steps, so you want to be careful on how you open that up. It does snap close, which is well. Now, one thing that I wasn't really expecting on this model was for this door to open up as well, which is pretty sweet. It gets you a better view of the interior as well. You can see all your controls and stuff right here that help control the tractor and the 3-point hitch and everything right there, which is pretty cool. And the door swings closed. Now the mirror mount for this one, see if we can get you guys a view of it, is right there. And the problem with that is when you have it installed, it does interfere with your air cleaner right here. So it does bend the mirror in a little bit. And every time you open the door, at least on my model, the mirror likes to snap off. So I just chose to leave it off the model. And then coming to the rear of the cab, you see you got a nice windshield wiper right there, if we can get the camera to focus. You got a nice windshield wiper right there, which is nice. And then coming back to the front of the model, you can see those nice tires again right there. And you can see both sides of the counterweight. You got a nice Steiger logo right there. Another windshield wiper right there. And then you got some lights on your cab, which is nice as well. Now, the functionality on this model, obviously you saw a 3-point hitch works. The door's open. The hood will open as well. It's a nicely detailed engine. It's got some great details to it. Now, one other thing that opens on this is the radiator cover. You want to be a little careful with this mechanism. On my model, it's a little stiff, so you don't want to play with it too much and risk breaking any of the metal or anything. But that does open, which is pretty nice. You can have it open if you just want to be having work done on the radiator. You don't have to have the entire engine open. You just want to be careful with that mechanism. Don't want to break it off. That's really about it for the this Ertl case 450. It's a pretty nicely detailed model. You can still find them. Some of the diecast retailers still might have a few in stock. You could definitely still find these floating around on eBay. I believe the going price for these is like 120, 125 bucks. I paid 120 for mine. Thought that was a fair deal. It was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. So I'm very happy with this purchase. But that's going to do it for this review. So if you have any questions or if I left anything out in the review about the model, please leave that information down in the description below. If there's a review of anything you'd like to see, please feel free to let me know. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to follow my social media, both links are in the description. And stay tuned for the next video to be uploaded.